Welcome aboard Bus One. We're on our way to San Antonio, Texas for the Final Four of our annual March Madness Trivia Tournament. And we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. He's like 6'1" on a good day, hailing from Bloomington, Indiana. We have our free seed from the South region, Aidan.
Let's go, baby.
He's 5'8" and 9 16th of an inch, hailing from Kokomo, Indiana. We have our free seed from the West region, Ethan.
Yeah! I'll stand up. I'm standing up.
You gotta stand up.
You got it.
It's electric in here. It's electric in here, guys.
Come on. He's 6'5", bone dry, hailing from Indianapolis, Indiana. We have our 2 seed from the South region, John.
19 and a half hands tall, baby.
Wow.
And finally, he's 4'10", separate measurements, hailing from Westfield, Indiana. We have our 1 seed from the West region, Logan.
4 10s, and that you are 4 10s tall.
Welcome back to our March Madness tournament.
Yay. Guys, I'm an Ethan fan. I'm not afraid to say
being
it.
the same energy at all.
The big dance comes to a close tonight as we determine a winner of our March Madness style bracket. The contestants today were able to survive a long road, 1 episode, to get here. But only one performer in today's contest will be crowned March Madness 2025 Trivia Tournament champion.
Only one.
Tournament champion. I want that on a shirt if I would.
Oh, man.
But guys, don't worry. Today's episode isn't all about basketball. That's because, just like previous rounds, for this year's tourney, the contestants have provided the topics and trivia questions. Here's a final refresher of the rules. Every player has written 4 questions on a mini topic of their choice. Each question, one player will choose a prepared multiple choice trivia question to pose to the other 3 players. The first one to buzz in with the right answer scores a field goal of 2 points. But if you know the answer without the multiple choice, then you can take a long shot answer for 3 points. But be careful. If you miss a 3-pointer, your airball shot will cost you -1 point for humiliation. If
Homer
no one is
Simpson.
correct. Now, if nobody is correct, even with the multiple choice, that's good defense, which gives the question asker an advantage for writing such a tough question. And the new rule, because I somehow forgot the last 2 episodes, no Googling.
What? Oh, we gotta
No.
go. It's changing the
My whole
rules.
We
strategy
realized that
changing
last
rules.
week.
Oh no.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There
that's
will be 4
behind the
quarters.
music.
Yeah, bleep that out
Tim
with
Allen.
the basketball stuff.
With the trivia.
The date we recorded this was...
basketball.
There will be 4 quarters with each player taking a chance to be the question asker 4 times, but we'll rotate the question asker within the quarters to keep scoring opportunities balanced. As the referee, I'll be keeping a close eye on things to make sure there's no funny business. There will be no challenge question this round, so no capping on the court.
Weakest whistle I've ever heard. Keep going.
I think your tea is ready, Alec.
Keep going.
Alec, I think your tea's ready.
My longest yeah boy ever. Okay.
That was his longest yeah boy ever.
I didn't even take that big of a breath.
Wow.
Not
That's
the
like
flag.
capacity right there.
Highest points on the board at the end will win the coveted title of March Madness Trivia Tournament Champion. Trivia Tournament And with that, Aidan, you are
first? Okay.
What's your topic, your Final Four topic? What is it?
Well, my Final Four topic is very topical for the Final Four because it's Final Four teams is actually my topic. So I have 4 questions tangentially related to each of the teams that are in the real life Final Four. So here we go. Let's get started with Final Four question 1. All 4 of the Final Four this year are 1 seeds. Boring.
Really?
But the underdog, quote unquote, is the lowest ranked of the bunch Auburn. This university in Alabama is named after a color of hair, yet refuses to use that color as one of its official school colors. What is the RGB value of Pantone's official Auburn?
What?
This is my one unfair one that I was realizing.
The RGB values?
If you want to 3-point it, if you give me like ratios of the three,
Oh God.
I think I'll take it.
Have you guys seen those like savants who can just like name the hex codes of any given color?
That's Aidan.
That's RGB. It's just
Aidan
three
did
numbers. Yeah.
I feel like that'd be easy. You can convert that.
Yeah. You want to take the 3 or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
So A, 156, 88, 73. B, 232, 119, 34. C, 12, 35, 64. Or D, 225, 55, 0.
John.
I'm going to say B, Aidan. Don't ask me to give you any of those values because
John, B is incorrect. Okay. That is actually the color Auburn orange of the school, but it is not the Auburn.
Auburn after a fashion.
Yeah. Ethan?
I was really feeling A there, man.
Ethan, that is correct. That is Ethan's a color savant.
I thought
156, 88, 73 is Pantone's Auburn. 12, 35, 64 is actually Auburn blue, Auburn's other color. And then 225, 55, 0 is like a yellowish orange. I just zero blue. I thought someone might go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna go for it.
I was between B and D, so good job, Ethan.
Same.
Yeah,
hey,
nice job, Ethan. That's a twofer. That's probably the
a twofer.
Least
Oh my color.
That's why I put it first.
Aidan with the hook shot. And now what happens is that it's Aidan's turn to give his topic.
So my topic is...
I mean, frick! I mean,
Ethan. You actually wrote a second topic, guys.
Run it back.
Big bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, wait, so he lied.
No capping on the court.
No capping on the court.
No capping on the court.
Sorry, Ethan.
Please.
My topic. What do you guys all think of when you think of March Madness?
Women's History Month.
Women's History
Good
Month.
answer. Good answer, everybody. That's right. That's right.
Did you do it again?
Italian, Irish American History Month. That's a new one.
Well, my topic this time is wood.
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 I love wood.
Could. Should.
I think wood is cool.
I agree.
Nice. As someone who's written three separate question sets about trees, I would agree.
I like wood. And my question on wood is, which type of tree is commonly used to make cork?
Cork?
Any 3-pointers?
Cork.
Cork.
I would buzz in. I think I know this
I'm
one.
thinking about it.
All right, I'm gonna give the option.
Can the ref score a 3?
It'd be crazy if you did.
Take the ball.
Write it down, Alex, so that you can show everyone.
Oh, yeah, I will do that.
Option A, oak. B, pine. C, birch. Or D, maple.
Really? It's one of those. Those are all like the trees.
Bird,
like if you're like
pine.
trees, you're like, oh yeah, those are
That's
like
what-
the
That's what you think of when you think of
Those are
trees.
the
Huh?
trees.
That's what you think of when you think of trees, huh?
oak, maple,
Birch and pine.
birch, pine. What?
I think I've heard of a cork maple before, maybe. So I'll say that.
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. I didn't think I'd
The
get this
maple
far.
syrup lied to me.
Yeah, we already use
Only-
maple for other things.
They have too much liquid in the maple syrup. They're not
Too much juice. But
corky
what happens
enough.
when you drain all the juice? It's spongy.
Oh.
Yeah,
It
I
wouldn't be like sticky.
for some reason I thought cork was like its own thing.
Like cork.
This is a challenge. He's capping on the cork.
He's Bro's capping
never-
on the
He's capping on the
Tapping
cork.
on the cork.
I would never.
John answered.
John, you have to say a tree.
I didn't know that it was
Hey,
called on.
Mr.
I was
Tree guy.
waiting patiently. I'm trying to like
sorry.
put myself in Europe where I know that they make a lot of cork. Birch.
Did it work?
That's not it.
No, sorry, birch is not.
All right,
correct.
so-
I was not in Europe.
My options are oak and pine.
Mhm.
Or cork.
That's right.
Just say cork.
Just say
Cork.
cork.
I feel like
Oak
oak is
and
used
pine.
as like a hardwood. I don't know
But
what.
does it have
I mean,
cork
but like
also?
white pine is used as a hardwood. So I'm just.
This is a crazy predicament.
I'm just gonna say one of the two. I'm gonna do it.
That's valid. That's the.
This is about to be
That would
insane
be the
defense.
two
That's
options
the
you have.
idea.
I'm gonna say pine. Final answer.
I'm sorry, Logan. That was.
Oh my
Ooh, good defense.
I don't even believe you, Ethan.
Are you sure it's not just cork?
I just googled it to check.
Yeah, did you double check?
Cork oak.
Cork oak.
I would be double checking Ethan's questions.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Korok.
Because I wrote them all. I wrote them all.
Yeah,
not
I wrote them down after the AI gave it to me.
I copy pasted actually.
I scribed them like a
and just
monk
for the
in a
record,
temple.
here's what I wrote down. 5. I thought it was 5.
You thought it was 5?
Yeah.
I don't think that was it.
Why did you write that
I don't think
down?
that was an option.
Alrighty, well, that's good defense from Ethan. And we'll see if anyone can score off of John bone dry.
John Bone
Hey,
Dry
that's, okay,
Stevenson.
that's unfortunate. So, I panicked yesterday. I spent a lot of time trying to think of a topic and like blanked
Don't
for
you
a
dare
while.
say trees again.
So no. So it came to me in a vision as I was scrolling through X, the Everything app. What if the Grink was there? So I wrote about Dr.
Grink?
Seuss. So the Grink features.
Oh.
All right, we're not going to start
Say
with the Grink though.
like it's a thing.
No,
You don't.
it's a thing, guys. The Grink is a thing.
I don't know my Dr. Seuss lore.
Guys,
You know about-
should I
you don't
call
know
my
about the
sister
Grink?
right now and be like, "But was the
Was
Grink
the
there?"
Grink
Because
there?
she would.
Was the
die.
Grink there?
So the Grink is
give
here. The Grink is here. So we're not going to start with the Grink, though. We're going to start instead with the Cat in the Hat. So in the Cat in the Hat, the mischievous cat introduces Thing 1 and Thing 2 to the children, and they get into all sorts of wacky trouble. How does he first present Thing 1 and Thing 2? Like, how do they first get into the house? Any 3-point attempts?
I think
No.
he takes the rib from Thing 1 and
Breathes life into Thing 2.
That's beautiful.
Really makes you think. But where does
It's
Thing 1 come
biblical.
from?
Reverend Seuss.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Sculpts Thing 1 out of the dust
Are the
of the
green eggs
earth.
and ham the forbidden fruit?
Anyway, so here are your
And the
answer,
Grink feeds them.
here are your answer choices. A. The cat pulls them out of his hat. B. He opens a mysterious red box. C. He magically makes them
Buzzing from
appear with a
Aidan.
rhyme. Yes, Aiden, what do you got?
I remember the magic red box.
That'd be
Me
correct.
too.
He definitely bring in a big red box from outside, and it opens,
Guys,
and there's two
I
little
could
guys in
rotate
there.
that big red box.
So
in
since
my
we
mind
all
right
remembered
now.
that,
It's
I think we
3D.
all get
I
points.
think,
3D.
yeah, I think Logan's right, since everybody remembered that.
According to the rules of basketball, the
Because
first person who
everyone
buzzes in gets the points.
Oh,
But Alec, if you look at subsection C, what if everyone remembered that actually,
I remembered it.
I did too.
No.
Me also as well.
I don't
The
know
ref
if it's been
didn't-
clear lately, but I am a buzzer stan. I will die by
It
the
hurts.
buzzer, bringing
It
order
hurts.
to the chaos of this game. Good job, Aidan. 2 points.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
foot was on the line.
I get it.
I would
It's
say
a good
that's
joke.
Thing 2 amount of points.
Logan, did you write about balls again?
no.
I really considered
Say
it.
no, please.
I did not. My strategy for coming up with a topic for questions is very dissimilar from John's. I was cooking dinner earlier, and I was like, I should probably write my questions. What's it gonna be about? And then I looked down.
Don't say cooking.
As I was making a fat, juicy steak. I was like, bovines, bovine.
Zoom back
love
out
it.
from the steak.
He zoomed in and then thought of a time when that steak was a lot.
Zoomed in on a cellular level and found more cows.
Yeah.
Your mind
All
is
right.
crazy, Logan.
It's a beautiful.
Take a look inside my dark and twisted mind.
It's just
Just a thought bubble with a
Bovine.
steak.
Question 1, bovine trivia. What is the term for a young bovine that has been recently weaned but not yet fully grown?
Someone's got to know this. Come on,
Someone's gotta
guys.
know this one. Is it A, a calf, B, a heifer, C, a steer, or D, a yearling?
What the hell?
We have a buzz from John.
I like yearling, Logan. Yearling feels like something.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
correct
not it,
answer.
though. Okay, cool.
No,
Yay.
that's the correct answer.
All right, awesome.
What?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Dang
He
it.
dunked that, man. He just dunked
Yeah,
that right
I
in.
thought that seemed like a good defense.
Can you tell me what the other ones are? Because I wrote down heifer.
A calf is even younger, so it
Baby.
doesn't have to be
Not yet weaned.
It hasn't been
not yet
weaned.
weaned. A
Unweaned.
heifer is a young female before it gives birth, and then a steer is a castrated male.
The Judas steer.
I
Why
knew
would you
this.
do that
I knew
to
this.
That must suck.
Hey, I'm sorry.
That must
Do it,
suck.
bro? Did you do it?
But one of my brothers
Hey,
did.
Aidan, could you please apologize to all castrated bulls really quick for us, just on behalf of humans?
Hey, all you steers out there. It's me, Aidan. I'm so sorry. That sucks, dude.
Okay, it feels like we're being actually a little bit like condescending towards these steers.
Oh, okay. Good thing they don't listen
Sorry
to
to all
podcasts
the
as far as
castrated
I'm aware.
males out there.
Really limiting our audience there, Aiden.
Pour one out
Yeah.
for the bull's nuts.
Maybe two.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
Three,
that
perhaps.
brings us to the end of the first quarter with that solemn moment of silence to think about what was said.
Think about some prairie
The
oysters out there,
scores.
y'all.
Logan is in dead last with
Yeah.
0. And the rest of you are tied with 2. So it's a tight race.
Whoa.
A very tight
Separate
race.
Basketball.
That's not even the way that goes.
So true.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Basketball. Charge.
Aiden, I think this is a great time for another question about whatever your topic was because I forgot.
The final
It's Final
four.
Four teams, Alex.
Final
So
four.
we talked
Final
about Auburn, the
four.
color that they refused to use. Now we're on to the next of our Final Four teams, the Florida Gators. This team has the fiercest mascot by far, as modern alligators are actually one of the most closely descended relatives to dinosaurs. In which geologic era were alligators or their direct relatives the largest?
Were they the largest?
Geologic
Now.
The earth is frozen. The Ediacaran set life in motion for the Cambrian explosion.
We the people.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. We're done singing a song.
I'm just
Hey,
a bill.
the Triassic period. The Jurassic period. C, the Cretaceous period. Or D, the Cenozoic era, which is what we're in right now. Logan.
Bogan.
I'm going Cretaceous because I think I remember that one was the hottest, but maybe also not.
It was the hottest, and you are correct.
Let's go!
He's heating up. I don't actually know
I'm
if it was the
heating
hottest,
up.
but you're heating up.
Dang.
The largest crocodilian, which is like that family, ever found was the Sarcosuchus imperator, which lived during the Cretaceous period. It was estimated to be 40 feet long and 8 tons in weight. In comparison, the largest American alligator ever found was 14 feet long and only 1,000 pounds.
Dang.
So it's a
Whoa.
big
Lame.
ass gator.
Call her
That's
Sar
big.
the way her cooch is imperator. That doesn't work. We're good.
Say it
That
again.
didn't work.
Say it again.
That didn't work. I wanted, but I had to maintain the integrity of the name, so I couldn't go to imperative.
Sarcosuchus. I pronounced that wrong.
The
Look
March
it up.
Madness
Charcuterie-
trivia
Charcuterie board. With that, we now have a triple, and by triple I mean quadruple tie.
Wow. That was huge, Logan. I'm so proud of you.
That was huge.
Round
But
2 is
not
where I
as
come
huge
alive.
as
Just as
Ethan's
huge
next
as
trivia
everyone else's.
question.
Not as huge as Ethan's.
Whoa.
Wood.
9/16 of an
Wood.
inch separate measurements.
Not as huge as Ethan's
Hey, who likes
Question about
wood?
wood.
Anybody? Any wood fans in the audience? Let's
wood guy.
go. All right,
Let's
next
go.
question. What is the hardest natural wood on it says in the world, but I'm just gonna say on this list.
Wait, you gotta give him a chance for a 3-pointer though.
Yeah, go. Any three pointers?
Not a chance in hell.
I'm thinking.
Do you have a scientific name? What?
I think so. I've never
right, go
seen
ahead.
it. I've never seen it.
On this list.
So A. Teakwood. B. Oakwood. Back for a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
C. Australian Buloke. Not like a guy. Not like
An Australian bloke.
Australian bloke.
Your average Australian bloke.
And then what's
An
D?
Australian
And then what's
bloke.
and
D?
D is mahogany.
Oh, because it rhymes.
Yep, that's why I did it.
The buzzes say that John is in first.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Australian guy. Tell me about that Australian guy.
You like the Australian Buloke?
Sure.
That's right.
Okay.
Whoa.
How do you spell the word after Australian?
It's Buloke. Buloke.
Oh, Bulake.
Oh, bukkake.
That's right.
Whoa,
That's right. Hardest in the world.
crazy.
Can we disqualify him for that? Tee him up.
It's not against
Hardest in the world.
Yeah, give me
Whoa!
Whoa.
Tee him up.
Okay, John, you're on. It's your turn.
I'm not on anything. All right. Speaking of trees, in the Lorax, the Onceler's greed leads to the destruction of the Truffula trees, driving away all the different animals that depend on them and the ecosystem. Which of the following groups of animals is forced to leave first? Anybody know their Lorax
No.
by heart?
No.
All right. Good thing I have some
know the
options for
movie.
you.
That's good.
I have not seen the movie.
The only thing I know about the Lorax movie is the little kid that
Let it
wiggles his
grow.
butt.
Yeah, there you go.
Let it
That's a man.
That is a
That is a full man.
That's a man.
That's a whole ass man.
That's a businessman, Logan. That's the man who built our country.
That's one of the bad
goddammit.
guys. All right, here's your options. A, the Sneeches. B, the Hummingfish. C, the Barbaloots. And D, the Swami Swans. Ethan.
I'm just thinking about which one I would force out first. Sorry.
From the perspective of the
Those
Onceler, where are we
Sneeches
going from
away
here?
from me.
From the perspective of the Onceler, of course. Get those Barbaloots out of here.
Ethan, that is absolutely correct.
my God.
Come on.
That's awesome.
It's not awesome.
Intuitive instincts.
They get ejected, and then the Swami Swans, and then the
comes
Hummingfish,
to him
and then
naturally.
the Sneeches aren't even from this book. So
They're from
Guys,
the Sneeches.
John's
They're from the
team is in
Sneeches.
shambles. They
I
ejected the
love the
Sneeches. They ejected the...
Get the Sneeches out.
the Barbaloots have entered the transfer portal.
I think Logan needs to ask.
Logan's cow time.
It's cow time. My question for you all is, what breed of cattle is known for its distinctive long horns? Is it A?
The masculine Longhorn.
We have a buzz in from Aidan for a 3-point shot.
No way he goes Longhorn.
I was about to say Longhorn.
Is that right, Logan?
Is that what you said, Ethan?
That's
Are
my
you going
3-point shot,
Longhorns?
Logan. Longhorn.
Oh, it's who buzzed in?
Aidan.
I did.
It is the Longhorn.
Gave it to him.
Absolutely electric.
I'm in shambles.
Like a trick question. It was a reverse trick.
I'm in shambles.
Run it back.
Instant replay.
Logan making a steak, a thought bubble. I have a great idea for a
What if I just
trivia question.
ask?
All right. At the buzzer for halftime, Logan asks, what is the cow with longhorns? Aidan says longhorns. That's worth 3 points.
It's a half-court shot.
Aidan is now at 5. Ethan and John are at 4. And Logan is at 2. Everyone's on the board still. Anyone's game. But first, you guys got to go to the locker room and you have to take a shower. I will be keeping track. You have to take a shower.
On camera.
Go. And while they're doing that, we will go to our audience question halftime show. Welcome back to the Bus One halftime show. I'm here solo today as my co-host Rich has come down with a bout of food poisoning. Get well soon, Rich. Now things out there on the court are getting heated as we near the end of our Final Four matchup. Speaking of the Final Four, it's time to reveal the answer to last week's audience question. We asked who knew the Final Four teams that made it to the Final Four of the women's tournament. Well, despite some decent guesses, we unfortunately did not get a correct answer last week, so no points this time. Let's see who can redeem the audience's integrity with this week's audience question. March Madness is all about thrilling finishes, the most thrilling being overtime. In NCAA college basketball, if there is a tie at the end of regulation, a 5-minute overtime period is played. If there is still a tie at the end of that overtime period, another overtime period is played. This could theoretically go on indefinitely, but what is the record for most overtimes that have occurred in an NCAA basketball game? Again, what is the record for most overtimes in NCAA basketball history? Closest wins on this one, so write in with those guesses for a chance at earning a point. And while you're at it, leave a like, a comment, or a 5-star review in your podcast player to become an elite MVPL, Most Valuable Podcast Listener. Well, that about does it for the final halftime show of the season. Let's get back to the San Antonio Final Four finale, only on Bus One Trivia.
Woo! Wait, his water's actually on. I actually hear his water. Oh, we were supposed to...
Aidan comes back in a towel.
Do you guys hear that?
Ethan, you still gotta go.
That was refreshing.
Okay, everyone's looking so clean, and John, you look 6'6" now.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty cool. Everybody
Wow.
just looks sexy.
You look sexy
Maybe
and
a little bit of that,
because
too.
you're sopping
Popping off the
wet. All right.
Anyway.
It is the third quarter, and Aidan has another question about the Final Four.
Did we do
All right.
a score update?
Score update again, even though I just did one. Aidan has 5. Yeah, Ethan has 4. John has 4, and Logan has 2.
I was too busy reeling from Logan's.
Longhorn.
Oh, guys. Oh, would you look at that?
I
Is
thought
that
it would trick you.
Kelvin Sampson.
Is that Houston up next? I think we're gonna have a problem. This
Okay.
popular phrase became
like
synonymous with unexpected disasters, not unlike what happened with that school's recent game against Purdue. Rest in peace. But the question is, what NASA mission did the phrase "Houston, we have a problem" come from?
Buzzing from Bogan.
Logan.
That would be Apollo 13.
Logan, that is correct. That's a 3-pointer, baby. Yeah, it's actually a misquote of Houston, we've had a problem here, but that doesn't roll off the tongue. So
No, that's
instead,
dumb.
we shortened it to Houston, we have a problem.
And Tom Hanks said it.
And Tom Hanks
He does
was
say
there.
that.
I've heard
Or-
that.
Houston.
We
got a problem here.
That's not a very good Tom Hanks.
Was that good? Did he say that in Sully?
Is that what you think Tom Hanks sounds like?
Buzz.
I didn't know
We
he was
got
in
a
the recording.
problem.
You are a dog.
Yeah, hit him with a "you are a toy."
You
quiet.
are a toy.
Okay, that one was okay, maybe.
And the Oscar goes to
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
The Oscar goes to Tom Hanks, but 3 points go to Logan
nice job, Logan.
to
Yeah.
seamlessly lead into a question from Ethan about wood. Go ahead, Ethan.
Wood.
Yep.
Wouldn't you know which part of a tree is responsible for transporting water from the roots to the leaves? I sure hope so. Any 3 points?
I'll take my.
What part of the tree?
Give me some options and I'll let you know.
Like,
Ethan.
the trunk
It's
or
Logan,
the
do it.
branches
Do
or
it.
Say
the...
Longhorns. Say Longhorns.
Say Trumbulla. Say
of the things on the list.
The tree
please.
part.
Yeah, give me the things.
I
on
don't
the
know
list.
what's on the list.
It's 4 sciencey names.
Well, say the sciencey names.
Okay, sciencey name number A. Phloem. Phloem.
Fulham, but okay.
Fulham.
Phloem.
Phloem.
Phloem. B. Cambium. Cambium.
The cambium explosion.
C. Xylem. Xylem. Or D. Bark. BARK.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't buzz.
All right, I'm gonna say the first one.
The phlegm.
I'm not confident with my pronunciation either.
Phloem.
Phlegm. That's not transporting, unfortunately.
Dang.
It transports something. It's just not water.
I am
actually don't know.
98% sure it's not the bark.
That's
So
true.
I'm
That's
gonna
pulling a lot of weight.
how many parts of a tree are there?
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's
So
the roots,
both
the
of those
leaves,
things,
the trunk.
all of the rest of the things are in the trunk.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy
Xylem?
if Ethan made
Xylem?
up
Is that one?
the science names? The only real part of a tree was bark.
That'd be great.
I'm
Y'all
going
never
with the
had to take
xylem.
biology.
Xylem sounds like it'd be in the trunk, maybe.
Xylem is
Don't
correct.
say it.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
It's,
Is correct?
Yeah.
That is responsible. Yeah, that is responsible
Is
for
that the trunk?
transporting water.
For water
Is it the
specifically.
trunk?
Good job, Logan.
Nice
Is
job.
the vertical capillaries in the trunk?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
but not the bark.
For
But not
anyone
the
who's
bark.
curious, it's phloem.
Phloem.
Whoa.
I was
Phloem.
close. I was close.
These.
What does the phloem transport, Alec?
It conducts sugars and other metabolic products downward from the leaves. So
Okay.
it goes the does it the
The
other
opposite
way.
way. Okay, I was torn
the
between
other
those
way.
two because I knew both
other
transported something, but I
The
don't study
long way.
that.
The woman the long.
The
Yeah.
long way.
All right. Well.
Well.
John's turn again.
And the Grink is here.
Yes.
There we
Yes.
go. Finally. So
John, say this one in rhyme.
I do have a small portion that rhymes, but it's the answer choices. So the Grinch steals Christmas from the Who's down in Whoville, swiping every last bit of holiday cheer. After he takes all the presents, decorations, and food, he steals all but the tiniest bit of food. What tiny leftover does he forget?
Tiny
not the
leftover,
roast
does he
beef.
forget?
Yep. He leaves something behind.
Come on, you guys.
Logan, what you got?
No.
No, you don't want to.
I
It's
didn't
okay.
mean to.
I'll be kind. Cool.
He didn't
So,
mean to foul.
answer
No guesses.
He
Ref,
didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
unintentional. All right. So A, a single pea from the Who feast. B, a crumb too small for a mouse. C, a drip drop
Buzzing
of
from Bogan.
Logan.
I was gonna say P for a 3-point shot, and then you said P immediately, so I'm gonna say P.
It's not P.
No airball.
No
Airball.
P's. So may I continue?
No P's.
That wasn't an airball.
So we got B, a crumb too small for a mouse. C, a drip drop of soup that sloshed from a spoon. Or D, a cracker that rolled neath the light of the moon.
Aiden.
What you got, Aidan?
Well, I thought he didn't even leave a crumb too small for a mouse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say,
challenge.
yeah, I'm gonna challenge John. I'm gonna say the crumb that maybe in the book he left the crumb, but in the animated short he goes back down to get it again, and he
in the
takes it
manga.
from the mouse.
The anime.
In
the anime.
Is that your answer?
That is my answer.
All right. In my research, Alec, I might need you to double check me here. In my
I'm on
research, a crumb is correct. He leaves behind just a crumb too small for a mouse, which like
The one speck of
Marry a
food that he
crumb.
left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse.
Okay. Cool.
Yo.
But the anime, the plot differs in the anime.
the anime,
Which is the anime is not canon.
it's also
Except
not
the
anime.
song.
The Jim Carrey
Fire.
version is anime. Or is canon.
The Jim Carrey one is anime.
True, that's true, actually.
It's the first and only live action.
Avatar, the last animator, maybe not really animated, but the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Absolutely, hands
Was the
down.
Grinch there?
Grandfather did.
Was it made in Japan just
from
enough of a
Japan.
percent to make it anime?
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough.
2 points to Aidan for knowing about crumbs.
Crumb.
They call me
You
the
know who else
crumbster.
knows about
crumbster.
crumbs? Logan.
Crumbs of cow.
Steak
If it
crumb.
came from
of
a
cow.
cookie, you'd be dicking.
Okay.
What would I be doing?
guys, let's give him another chance. Guys,
I don't know, Alec.
Let's give him another chance. Let's give him
Call that
I didn't see it.
I don't think my brain will work. I
my
don't think I
ears were
can say it. Speaking about a crumb from a cookie, the cookies go in milk.
What was the dick from?
So
Where did this come from?
you dip the cookie in the milk. But where does the
Freudian
milk
slip.
come from?
The milk come from.
What dairy breed of bovine is known for producing the most milk?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is it A, the Jersey breed, B, the Holsteins breed, C, the Guernsey breed, or D, the Swiss breed?
I'm going to say Longhorn.
Ethan's
Excellent
first.
3-point attempt Longhorn.
Logan, I went to a farm when I was a wee young lad, and I remember a couple of those terms. One of them was Jersey, so I'm gonna go Jersey.
That would have been great for basketball, but it is not.
It would have been
Dang.
In
Okay.
the alternate timeline
Okay.
where that was real.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jersey and Guernsey. Okay, I'm going back to geography, which isn't helping me too much, but Jersey and Guernsey are both islands and like under the British Commonwealth's control. They're both very small. I don't think that their cows would have widespread appeal. So I'm going to say Holstein.
That's correct. It is
Thank
Holstein.
you.
No
Thank you.
way.
Thank you.
No
This guy
way.
loves cows.
This guy's a
too
big
good.
cow guy.
Wooden cows,
Cow
baby.
guy. That was good. That was good.
Hey, I
Yeah,
told
the
you John was
Holsteins are
sopping
the-
wet. Turns out it's with milk.
Yeah,
took
The
the milk
Holsteins are like
shower.
the classic, like black and white spotted cow.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Alec, can I call a timeout? I have a joke.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
time out. You get 4 timeouts to tell a joke. Each contestant.
What do you call it when you're in milk up to here?
What do you
Pasteurized
call it
milk.
when you're in milk?
Pasteurized.
What do you? And now I'm going to take a timeout. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Ground
Short,
beef.
short
beef?
beef chicken to the moon.
Ground beef. What do you call a
Short
cow?
beef, chicken to the moon.
What do you call
I
a
should've worn
cow
my shirt.
with 2 legs?
Lean beef.
There you go.
Beef.
That's all the
What do you
cow
call a
jokes
cow
I
with
know.
4 legs?
Cow.
Nice.
We've got one last quarter in March Madness 2025, and it's a tight race, folks.
Oh no.
At the bottom, we have Ethan with 4 points.
Yeah, that's all
Close ahead
Close bottom.
is John with 6, and then Aidan and Logan are tied at the top with 7.
Alec
Is tight.
Google
Alec, have you
basketball.
thought about how these games aren't played in quarters, though, in March Madness?
Hey, this could be the W.
It's fine. For women's, it
Pretend
is.
the NBA
But what if it
is
was?
sort of a thing.
But what if it was?
For women's, it is.
Got it.
And I do have overtime questions in case we have a tie at the end of the fourth quarter
Okay.
as tiebreakers. So let's see if it comes to that with fourth quarter, Aidan's first question.
All right. Well, John talking about random English things kind of leads into this, and Jersey, in fact, because last up in our highest ranked team of the Final Four is Duke. Much like the lofty status of the school, a duke is one of the highest noble titles, ranking only below monarchs, and is therefore in command of all of the lesser nobles. Which noble title is directly below a duke?
I know
Anyone want to three
I know
it?
a lot of
Anyone want to
these.
three it up?
I don't know
No.
any of these.
Okay.
I want you to say it, and then I'll be like,
So-
yeah.
A. Marquis. B. Earl. C. Viscount. Or D. Baron. Ethan.
Buzz from Ethan.
Aiden?
Yes.
I would like to go with. One second,
Let him,
me
let him
think.
cook. Let
Yeah,
him cook.
remember your answer choices really quick.
Don't make me call double drivel.
Earl.
Duke of Earl.
Earl is incorrect.
Oh, I know what it is
Duke
then.
of
I know
Earl
what it is.
of Sandwich.
Okay, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Viscount.
John, Viscount is also incorrect.
Oh,
Logan,
my
50-50.
goodness.
Between Baron and what?
Marquis.
He's not.
I've
Count
heard of a
Orlok.
Baron before.
Defending.
I have not heard of a Marquis.
Oh, it's a. I'm pretty sure it's a marquee.
Marquis.
Well, it's I think the English
Like,
have
that
a
sounds
stupid way
familiar.
of
Like
saying
the
it.
English are
the Marquis
stupid,
de
they say
Lafayette is a marquis.
or the Marquis de Sade. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
Marquis
in
de Lafayette.
in Britain it is a marquis because they don't know how to pronounce that.
That sounds
Alec,
French.
check that. Yeah, how do you
sounds-
think?
it
Where do you
sounds
think?
very French.
Where do you think William the Conqueror came from, Logan?
Do you think it's a marquis or a
don't
baron,
know.
Logan?
It's spelled Marquess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go.
bad.
I'm gonna go Marquis, but I'm gonna. My heart says Baron, so I'm gonna go Marquis.
Logan, marquis is correct. Never listen to your heart.
That's
That was actually in order, so it goes Duke, Marquis, Earl, Viscount, Baron, and then above Duke is like the Grand Duke and Duchess, the princes, princesses.
I thought you said
king
it
and
was
queen.
right below the monarchy. Where are
Well,
you
the
pulling
monarch
Grand
can be
Dukes
a
from?
Grand Duke.
Where are you pulling
It
Grand
could
Dukes
be a
from?
king. It could
That's
be an
weird.
empress.
Interesting.
On anarchy.
Grand Duke can be monarch.
You could have told me
I'm
anything,
better.
and I would have believed you.
Yeah.
But
that's it.
Is Duke really named after Duke, like the thing, though?
No, it's definitely not. But
It's named after Stevie Wonder.
no.
Duke school named why?
It's probably some guy named Duke.
Probably like a cute dog.
It's a guy named Duke. Boring.
loser.
All right.
Boo.
Well, Logan scores 2 points on that one. He's in the lead, but we've got 3 more questions.
Not for
Ethan,
long.
what's the last wood question you've got?
Wouldn't you like? Oh, I already used that one. Never mind.
Shoulda,
I didn't hear
woulda.
it last
I
time.
would like to know.
Oh. Well, this last question is, what is the term for wood that comes from trees that lose
wood.
their leaves annually?
The wood that comes from trees that lose their leaves annually.
That's right, Logan.
For the
Oh.
wood that comes from trees.
That's right.
I think I know the other one.
You know the other wood? The
Yeah.
other wooden tree?
Oh,
Buzz
shoot,
from
John's on
John,
it.
a 3-point shot.
What's deciduous? Tell me about deciduous.
I
No
love
way.
the idea, but I'm looking specifically for wood.
Yeah, I would be mad about that if that was.
I would be furious at that.
I'm not happy.
Get him out of
Not
there.
right, unfortunately.
Take his point away.
-1 point for humiliation, John.
Cool. Airball.
All right.
But it's okay.
A. Softwood. B. Hardwood. Nice. C. Evergreen wood. D. Seasonal wood.
I'm going to rip your
Logan.
arms off.
Some of the blandest names I was not expecting.
Seasonal wood.
It's either B or D.
That's what you
would think,
Seasonal is the obvious one that I
let
really
it go.
don't want to
You
choose.
gotta go
But
with
maybe
it.
it's the,
But you
maybe
gotta-
it's the
you gotta go
Longhorn
with
strategy.
Longhorn.
Longhorn. Pick the Longhorn answer, Logan.
This is so frustrating because Aidan gets it if I get it wrong.
Maybe it's evergreen. You know, the complete opposite of what it is.
Yeah, it's like a Greenland, Iceland situation.
The Vikings really stunted on us with that one.
I'm gonna
The
go
wood is in
hardwood.
reverse. Hardwood?
Yeah,
Doesn't cork come from an oak?
I don't
That
know.
is
Korok.
correct.
Don't
Let's
you
go!
dare say that.
Seasonal wood.
You're telling me cork
Logan.
is hardwood?
I'm telling you, oaks are hard.
He's telling you oaks are hard.
Didn't you tell me that cork come from oak?
Well,
But
there's
cork-
like different kinds of oaks, right?
Cork isn't
it's a
wood,
cork
though,
oak.
right?
The
The
cork
cork
oak
oak
wood?
does not lose its leaves.
It's corkwood.
Well, I have no idea, to be honest.
Truly.
It's hardwood is like oak, maple, typically deciduous wood.
Uh-huh.
That's the last
Wow.
wood
Thank you, Ethan.
question. Logan
For
has
the
surged
points.
ahead a bit, but if Aidan is able to get these next 2, he still
We'll
has a
see.
chance to send it into overtime.
We'll see.
Sadly, I'm
John?
not helping Aidan here. So in Dr. Seuss's On Beyond Zebra, Dr. Seuss introduces readers to an extended alphabet going beyond the traditional 26 letters. What is the name of the very first new letter that appears after Z?
I've read this book before.
Second Z.
How do you invent new letters without
I-
using previous letters?
As follows. You ready? A. The letter would be Yuz, as in Yuzamatuz. Your next choice is Wum, as in Wumbus, followed by as in Umbus, and then finally Floob, as in Floob Boober Bab Boober Bubs.
Wait, that's awesome.
That's so crazy.
We gotta be
Ethan's
using
buzzed
this
in.
alphabet.
Ethan, what
used
you
the
got,
last-
bud?
Yuz.
Yuz as in
Yuz.
Yazamatuz is correct.
Yeah, let's go, Ethan.
Wow.
Ethan spoils it.
Yuz.
There are a lot
Yuz.
of good letters in
We love
Beyond
it.
Zebra.
That's a good book.
There's
That's awesome.
I'm starting to feel it.
like there's
He's heating
Fnad,
up.
there's
Snad.
there's Spaz, there's all sorts of
It's
good
just a
stuff.
word.
Yeah, well,
I
so
read
go.
that one.
Can
was
you
good.
draw
Spaz with two
Yazamatuz?
Z's.
Yuz as in Yazamatuz for me?
Alec, actually, if you search Yuz's and Yazamatuz, you should be able to like pull up the picture. It's like a weird big guy. It's like a big guy. He's got hair.
Yeah,
It's not a
big
letter,
guy.
it's a guy.
How do you
it's
spell
a
guy.
Yazamatuz?
A
the
Yuzmatuz is a guy.
Yuz is like a Y with two Z's on it.
Oh.
Oh.
So we're just kind of slamming. It's like how we got W, but worse.
Wait, you can chill.
That's true.
You can chill with the Yuz, and it's just a big guy.
Yo.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, it's the Yazamatuz. Okay, now pull up the
Nice.
Flu Boober Bab Boober Bubs.
Nope, we're done with that. Logan's
We're
got
done.
one more question to ask you guys.
Wow.
And we're bringing it back around to basketball for this one, but still cow themed.
Longhorn?
Okay.
So, what is the name of the famous bull that serves as the mascot for the Chicago Bulls? Is it A,
Longhorn.
Stonks.
Jordan. Sorry.
Jordan.
Is it A, Red Thunderhoof, B, Benny the Bull, C, Chargin' Charlie, or D, El Toro Max?
Wow.
Those are
They're all
awesome.
really nice.
That's really good.
John.
Crazy.
I'm gonna go with Chargin' Charlie, Logan.
That is incorrect.
That's
It is not
okay.
Chargin' Charlie.
But equally good.
Yeah, there should be a bull named Chargin' Charlie.
We gotta get Chargin' Charlie out here.
That needs to be a player on the book.
Charles
is.
Barkley.
I think it's Red Thunder Hooves.
It is not Red Thunder Hooves.
Oh, man.
All right, Ethan,
I was
come
proud
on,
of that
bud.
one.
Big win, Ethan.
What are the last two, Logan?
The last two are Benny the Bull
No way.
and
gotta be
El
that.
Toro Max.
It's El Toro Max is too good. We speak English around these parts. It's got to be boring.
Chicago?
Like Benny.
Hey, Benny the Bull. Oh, that's
Benny.
Chicago.
Hey, Benny.
For the fans, I'm going Benny. I gotta go Benny.
It is Benny. It's
That's
Benny
so
the Bull.
boring. Good job,
Logan,
Ethan.
you need to
Benny
start
the
naming
Bull.
bulls in your free time.
I know. I was really proud of those.
El Toro
They're all better than
Max.
Benny, honestly.
I thought Benny the Bull was fake because I'm pretty sure that's the name of the bull in Dora the Explorer.
It is. It is.
Oh, I think it is.
On the floor. Isn't it because the stock market?
What?
That's
So
right.
because
Bull
of the
market?
because the
Isn't
stock
that why they're
market.
called the bulls?
It's Benny the Bull Market.
Why?
It's the bull
yeah,
of
Benny
Wall
the Bull
Street.
is the one from
Dora the Explorer.
as well.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
I don't think that's
Crazy.
right, Aiden. We're
I
gonna
don't
have to
know.
check that.
I thought there was
All
a bull
right.
in the Chicago Stock Exchange or something.
Bull in a china shop.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. And everybody,
You
might
gotta
be
work
right.
around it. You gotta work
And everyone
around
said
it.
he could never play
name is Red
basketball,
Thunder.
but then he did.
You do not want to be there during a bear market.
Well,
That's when.
anyways.
Thunder
Our bear
As
named
the,
Red
uh,
Thunderhoof.
As the clock ticks to a close, Ethan scores one final layup to set
Wow.
himself into second place.
Nice job.
But
Nice,
our
nice.
definitive winner of this year's March Madness tourney is Logan with 11 points.
Basketball.
How does it feel to win the Final Four, Logan?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Disney World.
Disney World.
I'm going to Disney World.
And just for the record, Ethan came in second with 8, Aidan got 7, and John got 5.
Not where I would have came, but
That's not where I would have gone.
What?
Hey guys,
Nice.
now we all have to
Not
line up
right.
and shake hands all nice and stuff.
All right. Go ahead and do that.
good game. Good game.
Good game.
Good game. Good game.
Slap each other's butts. Go ahead.
How many of us are there?
Now
That's
that
a big
you've
team.
over,
Red
are any
Thunder
of you-
Hooves, the Sneeches,
Benny the Bull. The Flu Boober Bubs.
Now that the game's over, are any of you going into the transfer portal?
No, I'm retiring.
With the
I'm sticking-
with the barbaloons.
I'm sticking with my team.
I'm transferring
Ride
to
or
a
die,
different
my
trivia
team.
podcast.
Whatever
You guys
team
are
I'm
transferring
on.
to another podcast? ship.
Gotta go replace Oscar Clough wherever the hell he came from.
I'm jumping over to what podcast would I join? I'm jumping over to
a little.
Oh, I'm jumping over to
called
Drunk
Joe
History
Rogan.
for sure.
You don't want to be on the Joe Rogan Experience?
That would actually be hilarious.
Joe
if I
Rogan-
sat
the
down
Joe
on
Rogan Experience.
Whoa, let's go!
All right.
Okay, well,
Logan, do you want to start a spin-off podcast where I'm Joe and you're Logan, and then we have we
Kinda.
experience
we
Logan?
have
Kinda.
someone named Joe that's been on the podcast.
Yeah,
we could just
he's
get
in
Joe
a different.
and Logan.
He's hard. He's in like he's hard to.
Hey, watch
get.
what you say about Joe.
He's hard.
He's
to
hard
get.
to get. He's hard to book
John,
these
just
days.
legally change your name.
He's so
to
in
Joe.
demand.
I feel like the first two
Joe.
letters of my name count for something, right?
The John
Okay, true.
Logan.
The Joe Logan
Oh yeah, it'll just be
Experience.
JOH. Joe.
Joe.
The Joe.
Joe.
Parentheses
Joe
S.
Yowza.
The Joe.
Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Joe
Yeah,
Yowza.
so the
Logan.
spin-off show coming soon, the Joe Logan Experience.
The Joe
featuring-
Logoon experience.
Five Logoons.
Thank you for joining us on this heartbreaking and emotional journey of this year's March Madness Trivia Tourney. If you enjoyed your ride on the bus one today, we'd really appreciate it if you told a friend about the show. Doing that or subscribing or giving us a 5-star rating are one of the most helpful things you can do to help us grow. We are on all social media as @Bus1Trivia if you want to follow us there. Don't forget to head there or to the comments on Spotify or YouTube to answer that audience question. Head on over to bus1trivia.com to check out our merch, check out our Discord server, and maybe fill out our survey if you have any ideas for upcoming topics. Because we're free from March Madness.
We escaped.
My next episode is
Before-
actually going to be all mini topics.
Oh no.
April
Madness. Before we go, we'd like to thank Vert for the use of our theme song 5978, which is a certified banger.
Basketball.
Banger.
Thanks for writing Bus One. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
See ya.